microphone. Microphone check, check, check. Training. All right, the pistol wing flex close. I'll start off with some run plays. Apologize for my voice, but I want to record this offense so I can get up. There's really only 3 run plays. I'll show you guys the audibles that I run, even though they don't appear to save in this game like they do in college, which is super weird. But I use the motion comeback, the inside zone, not the wide zone, the halfback zone weak. The motion dig goes and the motion fork H choice. Although you can use the wide zone, it's really up to you for the run play, but you only need 1 run play. The 3 pass plays here are going to be the most important. The 3 that you see on the screen, as they're going to be your offense for the most part. I did already break down some of these pass plays, like the PA boot left tackle, the wide receiver under, the PA boot wide sail. I broke them down in my Kansas City Chiefs offensive ebook, so I'm not going to touch on them too much today, but I might touch on them a little bit. I'm not going to do the 1 play touchdowns like I did for the Chiefs, but you're not going to need them because, like I said, you got all these 3 plays here are going to be all that. So I will first focus on the run plays. Like I said, the wide zone, the zone alert wide receiver screen. My 5th play, my active play, typically varies between the bottom 6 plays here. You know, I'll probably use the PA boot wide. See, I'm more of a passer, so I probably use that and the PA boot left tackle more. But a lot of times I'll choose the wide zone, and that'll come really in handy if you're going against a defense like a cover 2 man or something like that. Or really any man coverage in general. But I'm gonna pick a cover 2 man because, like I said, this is probably gonna be one of the best defenses for it if I can find it. I'm not even really sure where there is a cover 2 man, but there we go, cover 2 man. So this look here, and I'll move the ball back for the 1 plays, but this look here, a lot of times with the cover 2 man specifically, or a lot of man coverages in general, there's not anybody outside of this tight end. So a lot of times in this look, and I'll have this in my gameplay coming out soon, I can just get this edge so easy in a lot of man coverage looks. So keep that in mind. But you can flip this play, all the run plays you can flip with the right stick and go in the opposite direction. To me, this actually, both of these run plays, this and the halfback zone weak, are both really good inside or outside run plays. You can make the exact same adjustments. You can motion this guy across. I typically would put my better tight end, my better blocking tight end here because I motion him a lot, just even out the formation. And then you'll notice how these guys will double the edge, and it makes it really easy to get outside if I want to. But a lot of times it's easier to take it inside as well. Like I said, this to me, the zone wide is not my favorite play. The halfback zone weak is my favorite play. But like I said, they're so similar. You can run it inside or outside. If I'm running the zone weak, I'm thinking inside first and outside second. If I'm running the wide zone, I'm thinking outside first, inside second. So that's pretty much how I would read it. As you can see here, it gets to the next level, and I can have a consistent rushing attack. To me, this is not really a running formation. To me, this is a passing formation, but it has some good run plays. Like I said, you just have to be able to look for your opportunities. Like I said, right here, cover 2 man. Anytime I see that, I get outside very easily. As we get a really weird blocking animation there. It looked like the tight end like warped the dude out of the area. But ultimately, yeah, this is the look. That's pretty much how I'm going to read it. And like I said, you can also go inside. I don't typically do this way without motion across the tight end, though. That's going to be my move pretty much every single time. Although you can run it to either side by flipping it with the right stick. So it's really up to you. But like I said, there's also an RPO play. I'll go ahead and pick that. This one here is pretty unique as far as you can make a motion that you're not typically allowed to make, which is you can flip this play with the right stick and run it in the direction of the play, which I typically do. Once again, I typically motion these guys across, just to give myself a little bit of a blocking advantage, although if I bring somebody across, it's not always the best idea. But you'll see how I can pretty much just watch to see if they drop down on the receiver. This is not a play I'm expecting anything huge, by the way. I'm not expecting a large catch and run by any means. But this is something that I will throw in from time to time just to keep my opponent honest. As you can see here, I get a decent opportunity for a catch and run. That's all it really is. I don't really find that I get a ton unless you're really good on the sticks. But I typically, just do that just to keep my opponent guessing and make them think that that's a possibility. But that's pretty much it for your 3 run plays or run style plays that have run plays in them, I should say. And we'll go ahead and we'll start off next. I mean, I would like to do some dink and dunk plays. Let's go over the PA boot wide sail real quick. This is a good dink and dunk play. Pick random again. This play, I mean, I can run it as is, but I like to put the running back on a out route, put the the tight end here on a streak, and then put the B receiver on a drag, and it pretty much makes it like the right side's a zone concept, the left side's a man concept. It's really that simple. If I think it's a zone like this looks like it is, I mean, number one, if the running back's there, I'll take it right away. I would prefer to put him on like a check and release, I think, to that side if I can. As it's let me see if I can do it. Like there, I can't really choose that side. If I have the ability to adjust like a table route or something, I think that's a little bit better because it's not as fast. I noticed that this guy, he just gets to the sideline so quickly, so that's probably my only real issue with that. But like I said, this is pretty much the play. As you can see here, we probably have like a couple of quarters there. I feel like I can dot that corner up and come back to the ball pretty much any time. You know what I mean? It's like any zone coverage, I feel confident that I could throw the ball in a way that I could come back to it. And then, like I said, when it comes to man or zone too, because these guys have a lot of success against zone as well as especially the drag, because we have the streak pulling everything back. So that's going to pull back for the X and the B receivers. Accidentally just messed that up, but that's pretty much the look for that play. So that's just a really good dink and dunk concept. You have something similar going the opposite direction with the PA boot left tackle. This is another one though. I hate this play action. If you want to hit Y or triangle, you can do that. As it just, to me, it just forces, number one, the blocking on this play isn't that great. As you saw, that guy was like right in my face. He's pretty much just let go because it's like a naked boot, and I don't really like having that extra issue. So to me, if I'm gonna run this, I don't want to worry about that. I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to put the running back on a block, a straight up block, and maybe even tell him to maybe even ID that guy, because the blocking structure here is not great. As you can see, he's coming on it pretty much every single time. But like I said, I do like this play because at least you have a corner out. So if I'm really confident, say it's like say it's something where I want to try to work this corner, but it's not working out at all. So to me, this play is probably one of the worst of the plays. But I do like the fact that I have a corner out to the receiver side because I don't have that in any other play. So there are some scenarios where sometimes I'll try to work that in. But for the most part, you can create your own corner route. So that to me is not necessarily the best play. But it's not too bad. This play here, the wide receiver under, like I said, I'll save that with all the one play touchdowns and all the stuff. I'll save that for something else. But we do have these three plays. These are my top three plays. The motion slot comeback and the motion fork age choice. I really honestly don't know which one's my favorite out of the two. We're going to start with the motion slot comeback, as this here is a one play touchdown against a lot of different things. As I'm trying to also put my phone on mute, but we're going to go coverage to coverage here. We're going to go concept to concept. Although, realistically, I can go random again because there are some regular things here that you can use. Like, if it's a man coverage, maybe I shouldn't go random. Maybe I should pick man coverage because these are man concepts. That's one of the most beneficial things to this particular play is the fact that you have some man concepts. Although, I'll just go over those once I get to the actual man defenses. So let's go and let's start off with cover two zone. We'll just do regular Tampa 2. As this should be obvious. All you gotta do is put the B receiver on a streak. And I like this motion. You can throw it out to this against just about any zone, but you gotta run it from a hash mark 9 times out of 10 because that catch carries you out of bounds 9 times out of 10. So if you are running it to throw to that, you don't have a lot of time. You gotta get that ball out instantly. And like I said, for that to have any success, you almost have to be on the hash to be able to get that ball out, turn up field. But it is a bit of a cheat code. That's probably why they made it like that, because I do have a lot of success with that in game. But that's not really the point of this play. That will pull the cornerback down, though, which is important. But if you put the B receiver on a streak, the easiest play for this, especially against cover 2, is going to be this X receiver, as he gets open right over the top for a very easy one-play touchdown, even though I probably threw that early. That was probably an early throw on me. Do that one more time just to show you guys that this goes right for the area where the cornerback he just goes right over the top, and it goes away from the safety, making it very easy to get away from the safety. Although I might not have enough speed. That's one of the issues with the Eagles. They don't really have a ton of speed, but you can see how big of a play that is. That is definitely the best cover 2 version. And that's going to work the same way when it comes to things like cover 6 and cover 9, because it's half cover 2. So 9 times out of 10, you're just going to want to locate the cover 2 side. On this particular play, I don't think I can actually flip it because the defense will flip, so I actually got to call the other one. But typically, they don't auto flip when you're playing opponents. So if you have like a cover, I guess more traditionally would be a cover 9 in this scenario. So where I'm actually going to be on the cover 2 side, and I actually attack that cover 2 side. You can see the right side's cover 4, the left side's cover 2. It's a really simple concept. It's going to work the exact same way it would against cover 2. As you can see, he gets over the top of that cornerback one more time, and you're just gone for a one-play touchdown or a very big play at the very least. Just put your fastest guy at that spot. That's really the best way that I could say that. So cover 2 zone, cover 6, cover 9, it's all going to work the same way. Also has a lot of success against cover 3 zone, though, as we're going to pick. We'll pick matching cover 3 and regular cover 3. It really doesn't matter. It's going to be the same. As this is one of those scenarios where you probably want to be in the middle of the hash mark. It doesn't really matter as much. But you got a couple different options. One of the things I do, first of all, you got to put the running back on a route. If you want to, you can motion out the running back, but you have to motion out somebody, either the running back or the RB tight end. And if you do that, I mean, like I said, it don't really matter because I can go spread wide, give myself a drag, a zig, a flat, whatever I want with this RB guy. He's my optional, he's my check down. And if I decide to do it by motioning out the tight end, which is how I typically do it, then I'll just put the running back on an out route, and that's going to be my check down. So we're just going to put everybody on streaks except for the X receiver, and we're going to motion out this tight end. That's all you really got to do. But the reason I show you the second setup is because a lot of times your opponent will see that motion if they're in a cover three, and if you bomb them once, and they'll audible out of cover three because they know what you're doing. So that's why sometimes you want to do the running back style. So like I said, right here, I got two options. The tight end here is obviously less of a one-play touchdown based off the fact that he's not as fast. I definitely want to go to the other side with the receiver because he's faster, and that's going to be more likely to be a one-play touchdown. But you'll see how it does. How you can go to both sides. Although there I got hit, you can go to both sides and have a big play. So once again, if your opponent starts to notice, hey, he's doing this a lot, you always have the option to go to the tight end just to get a big play. You don't have to always score one-play touchdown. But hopefully I'll get that one-play touchdown on this play here, where you can see how it's all about just getting it, because it's the motion that does it. We'll call that a one-play touchdown. We'll say he landed there. If not, it'll be a tush push. But but yeah, at the end of the day, it's the motion that makes this safety go over. You'll see here, if you watch that safety middle of the field, you motion over, he moves over just enough that he's going to give you space. But like I said, if you're in the middle of the hash marks or somewhere not 100% on the hash, you get more of a look because you can see he's favoring the wide receiver side because of the speed, and you see here he moves over even further now. So this is, like I said, hash marks fine. You can run this wherever, but it's going to be best to run to the open side of the field. And if you're in the middle, you're going to get an even bigger alley because now he's just over there more, and you can see how I didn't even get a very good pass lead, but it was a much easier touchdown. So just keep all that stuff in mind. Very good play. Also, it's going to work the same against match, although a lot of times you'd think match might match up the seam, but it really doesn't on this look. So go and pick that again. And then find a cover three match of some kind. I'm getting like 3-4 odds and stuff like that. It really doesn't matter. You can see big defenses based off the fact that we do have a large offensive package here. It's only 2 wide. So, but yeah, like I said, these guys, the tight end match pretty good, but this guy didn't. You know what I mean? So it's like that's the most important route anyway. So cover three regular match doesn't matter. Pretty much went over every match in coverage so far except cover four. And cover four is probably going to be one of the most difficult, as the motion fork halfback choice is going to be integral to cover four defenses and stuff like that. So we'll go ahead, but we'll try to do it with the motion slot comeback because I'm not even sure. I haven't really labbed it too much. That's pretty much my place for everything else. But the cover four match and cover four quarters, going to pick that, as I do feel like there is potential to get a one-play touchdown with this, but I'm going to have to lab it real quick because we're going to motion out the running back. You have to have 5 guys at the line of scrimmage. That's probably the most important part. Got the RB receiver on a post, and it works out perfectly. As you can see, he pulls the guy away and just leaves the tight end wide open. So we do have a cover 4 bomb here. Well, back, I'll try it with palms, as that was probably a little bit easier than it should be. I wasn't even 100% sure. Like I said, I did lab all this before I recorded this, but I kind of forgot some of the setups. So let's do that again. Like I said, we're just going to streak A, streak B, put RB on a post, and put Y on a comeback. Palms does react differently, so there is a chance that he doesn't cover on that. So yeah, I'm going to definitely have to lab something else here real quick. Although I'm pretty sure that we could probably put A on a corner route, custom stem that up, put B on a streak, and then put the running back on that post one more time, or not that post, on the comeback route one more time, and this should have the exact effect that we're looking for, where the RB receiver will get forgotten. Although he got bumped around a lot. That's the thing. I don't know if I have a fast, we almost caught it. I don't know if I have a fast enough backup tight end on this team anymore. Let's go to the coaching, because speed's important. Grant Calcaterra, the second tight end on this team, is not that great as a receiver. Well, he does have 85 speed. I don't have anything like great. We'll go ahead and we'll put Ben Van Sumeren, our linebacker, there. He's at 91 speed, and it should work out just fine. So let's go. Let's move him. It's all legit. So let's do this. Like I said, we got speed now. And that's our look, although I didn't put B on a streak. I don't think you really have to put B on a streak. I mean, he's going above 10 yards. It's not letting me anyway. So, oh, there we go. So it's not letting me anyway, so we're about to find out. But you can see how, a fast tight end can get over the top, and it can work against palms the same way. go ahead and back out, pick cover four regular. Cover four regular probably doesn't have a one play variation here because I don't really have. I mean, I could create one, but it's not that worth it. So we're gonna skip that. We'll save that for the next play because we actually have it for that. But we're gonna also do cover two man. Although I didn't do cover one or cover zero. So we'll start off with cover zero. If I can find a decent one here, we'll go pinch zero. I don't even know. It says man blitz, but these aren't really man blitz. We'll go pinch zero. Cover zero is interesting because we'll go motion to the hash because you want space to throw. Cover zero is interesting because there's a couple routes here. All these routes really, except for the running back, which I probably want to put in a regular pass block, can't get open against cover zero. You got that zig there, although now I got Van Sumer's hands might be an issue. I'm gonna have to back out and take him back out of the game because I need actually, I need somebody to actually catch. I forgot they had to use Zama, but Calcaterra is probably the best option left now. But yeah, he's gonna the zig. Obviously, anytime you see a cover zero, you got that zig. I shouldn't have to really go over that too much. Like I said, check and release the running back and put him in the blocking structure. I keep forgetting to do that because I'm trying to do this quickly. But you can see how this zig can be really strong, even with a safety on him, real easy. But you also have the B route, which once again, I'm just trying to get this out. I'm not gonna do the blocking structure part, but the B route here, and I might have to if the blitz is gonna get in like that. But the B route here is a really good like comeback variation. So we're just gonna go ahead. We're gonna put him in the blocking structure, do the whole full 9, put him on check and release, and you can see how he comes back every time, and he's gonna get open against cover zero. Now that's not the play, as I think Goddard can get open too. The A route can get open too. But the play, if I really want to try to score one play with this, the X receiver actually does, from time to time, bump into the receiver. But there he did. I don't know what happened the last second. He bumped him off. But the X receiver is actually a pretty decent route. I'll put him on a straight up block this time. It actually does have some success when it comes to this, but it's still not the best. I don't know why the cornerback's just giving it up to him at the end there. You can have success if you have speed. You know what I mean? Like with the current receiving core I have, it's not necessarily going to work out. But if you have a lot of speed, it can. So that's, like I said, that's not the best cover zero play anyway. It is a good cover two man play. It's not the best cover one play either. The best cover one play and the best cover four and the best cover zero plays all give me the motion for H choices. I just did something there, but for cover two man, we actually have the best play in the play that we're in, where the X receiver can run around this look. We're gonna put the B receiver on the streak. We're gonna go the same. We're gonna basically do the cover three variation where we just motion everybody out, try to stretch this field because the B receiver has an opportunity to get going right up the center. Although we did get blasted once again. And you saw A.J. Brown was open again as well, as he just, this type of setup. We'll go give ourselves a little bit more blocking. But we'll block the running back. So like I said, we're stretching everything out because we do have an opportunity for B and Y. But I'm sorry, not Y, but B and X, as you can see. He doesn't press this, and he gets open above the cornerback the same way he would cover two zone. But like I said, there is a chance, and I'll try to do this a little bit quicker here. There is a chance for B. And I didn't stretch out everybody, but he can see he can split the safeties too. You know what I mean? Like I didn't even bother doing the full setup where I'm stretching the safeties and stuff like that. If you are going to try to attack B though, it probably just makes more sense to just put the A tight end on an out route because then he'll pull that safety. And then once again, any man coverage, this zig route here is going to have success because that's just how it's a zig beat man. So you have that for pretty much any man. Man cover 1, 0, 2, doesn't matter. Man coverage, you got it. So that's pretty much every defense for the motion slot comeback. As this is going so well, I don't even think I'm going to have to edit this. And as I said, that I'm probably going to mess it up. But we're going to go to the motion fork H choice, which is a really good play, once again, against random. So we're going to pick random defenses here. And we're going to go back to the middle of the field because there's plays on both sides of the ball here. Now, realistically, I don't find that the post route's good. The post route's going to be more like touchdown against a lot of stuff. But I got choices here. I can motion out the running back once again, put him on a streak. I can motion across the B receiver and put him on a streak. If whoever I decide to motion across, I have a high-low with the A corner route and the RB speed out route. So if I see that speed out route, I'm taking it right away. See it roast man, beat zone. Every zone except cover two hard flats, for the most part, that speed out route's going to get open. So that's really one of the effective routes there. I personally like to motion out the running back. I think that's the best way to go. But you also can, the reason I do this is because if I want to, I could put the B receiver on a drag and give myself another check down across the field. So for whatever reason, this guy's not there, I can go to that drag, which I should have did on that play. So to me, if I'm going full setup here and I want to give myself options on both sides, since I'm not trying to hit a one-play touchdown right now, I would probably go 10-yard in on the X route, B route on a drag, give myself a high-low there. Custom stem the A route up a little bit, put the running back on a streak and motion him out. Now I have that high-low. I haven't really tried to attack this tight end. As you can see right here, that streak's just pulling everything back. I don't even know what the coverage was. But you can just split the field in half, and you got high-lows on both sides, giving you a really good dink and dunk concept. But it also has one-play touchdown capability against a lot of different things. So we're going to go, we're going to pick that again. We're going to do cover 2 zone to start one more time with 3-4 odd. For this play and pretty much every play, you're going to put the B receiver on streak, and you can custom stem this guy up, the X receiver up if you're going cover 2. I can also custom stem A up because I want to pull that safety, and this is pretty much going to be the play as the X receiver has a really good opportunity here to split the safeties. Although the mid read was on that, I did have the outside cornerback though. That's the other thing. The corner route with Goddard was there, so it's like it's not just dependent on the X receiver. It's a good play to the tight end as well as the corner route there gets open, even though there got picked off. So I guess this isn't as good as a cover 2 play as I was anticipating, but that's fine because we already have another cover 2 play, and I have another one I'll show you here in a minute. So I'm not going to waste too much time trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. We're just going to go to the defenses that this play is designed for anyway, and we'll go back to concept to concept. I guess we'll just do cover 0 first because you need a good one-play touchdown against that. And the best cover 0 play is going to be this play because all you got to do is put the B receiver on a streak and check and release the running back, put him in the blocking structure one more time. You got a good check down. We already went over that. I'm not really sure where the blitz is coming from, so hopefully it doesn't bust me. But you got inside leverage on the X receiver. If I want to shorten that X receiver, I can, but he's already got inside leverage. As I thought I put the running back on a check and release for this, but it didn't look like it took. So we'll just block him, and I hope that doesn't mess things up. But I typically check and release. So here we go, check and release. Like I said, he's picked that up. The X receiver typically runs away. Although I don't know why AJ Brown's not having a lot of success. Maybe it's because of the cornerback he's going against. Because I just literally scored a one-play touchdown in a gameplay with this, so I know it works. So let's go and let's do this one more time. Streak B, put X. Like I said, I did custom stem X down a little bit. Maybe that's why. So block him one more time. Like I said, you want to shorten that route because then he gets across the field faster. That's probably what it was. As you can see there. I just don't have the speed with A.J. Brown. But like I said, a little bit more speed is very easy. Like I said, the shortened route is probably the key. As I don't want him, the more he runs up the field, the more he gives that cornerback an opportunity to catch up. So just putting him on a straight, this is basically like a slant at this point. And you can see how he just doesn't have the separating speed to do that. That's not really his game. He's more of a bully ball guy. So let's go ahead and let's put a little bit faster, not a lot faster. John Dotson's like the fastest guy to go. He's 92. We'll go ahead and we'll put Paris Campbell. Is he the fastest guy? I guess so. We'll go ahead and put him there. 2 speed points higher. Like I said, it doesn't matter a ton, but I think that he'll run away a little bit better. Like I said, I'm not really sure who's covering him. But we'll go ahead and we'll check and release that, or just block that running back. And like I said, you can see how a lot of times I'll just roll out away from the pressure, and there's just another bad throw. So let's set our feet a little bit better. Go ahead, set our feet before we throw this time. And you can see he's crossing very easily. Like I said, a little bit of a speed advantage is all you need. And now that we have it, it was a much easier play. I'm not sure how fast Watson is. I'll do it one more time just to show some consistency because I don't want people to think that, only work one time. No, it works. Works pretty much every time, as you can see right here. Just like I said, just need a little bit of speed. Even though A.J. Brown's good, he's not fast. So very good cover 0 concept. And it works the exact same way against cover 1. Go ahead and we'll go cover 1 man. Like I said, it doesn't really matter because we only have 2 receivers on the field. But same thing, be on a streak. I don't have to block anybody this time, though. And like I said, one more time, I should custom stem X down. I didn't do that because I don't think it's 100% necessary. As you can see, we get a bad throw there. It is, like I said, it's not necessary, but it helps the play. So custom stem him down 5. And we'll get more separation now. Because these receivers and corners, they have like a tractor beam set up, as you can see right there. If they're close, it almost like suctions them in. Although, once again, cover 0, this might not be the best cover 0 play. I'm not sure if you can get an advantage from hash marks either, so I'm going to mess with that real quick. As you can see, if I'm on that hash, he's a little bit closer. If I'm on this hash, he'll probably be a little bit further away. So running this from a hash to the short side probably will give you a little bit of the advantage that you need to get across that field a little bit faster. As you can see here, I don't know if I'm just not going to get through. I think I got a lob. I think that's what it is. I'm bullet passing. So let's do that one more time with a lob. And he should be able to run the space. So let's do it one more time. Like I said, the hash mark to the short side is valuable, but it's not the end of the world. As you can see here, we get that lob pass, and now we score. So like I said, the real issue was the bullet pass more than anything. I'll go ahead and move the ball back to the center to show that it's really just the lob pass that was messing up. So one more time. So we'll block the running back just because it doesn't really matter. And it's the lob pass that makes all the difference because now I can run the space and hopefully we don't get the ball knocked out, although we did. But like I said, Paris Campbell's not great. Like I said, give yourself a little bit of a better... I'm not even going to shorten the stem this time. I'm going to run a regular stem because I still feel confident it should work. Although we won't find out because I got sacked. Kind of on me, though. I think the B receiver on its own is not a bad route, too. We'll check that out. Let's see, I'm not custom stemming. So that I don't know if that'll cost me as we get an underthrow. So, you know, there's this. It's not the best. Like, if you can tell, it's not the best cover 0 play or cover 1 play. But it's a good option. The B route is what I'm checking out now. Because, like I said, that's kind of a man beater, too. You can see how that has some success. We're going to run that a few times. Like I said, the RB route's good, too. So I could steal that. You know, the coverage it might be might because he might have a corner on him there. It looked like a safety. But there's a lot of really good cover 1 options here that I haven't really, you know, that are necessarily better than the post route. Like I said, that's not great. It's not a great cover 1 play. But you know, there are other options. I think that I never tried the motion slot comeback. We'll go back to that to see how that works against cover 1 because I don't want to leave you guys without a significantly good cover 1 option. And I think the X receiver can have success against cover 1 if he bumps into the cornerback, although they're not really the case. So, yeah, might not have the best cover 1 option here. There's definitely a lot of dink and dunk options. But let's go ahead and let's mess with this fork one more time. Although that was press. I'm going to do press. Let's mess with this one more time. Let's give myself a good challenge here and try to get this cover 1 look. We'll go 3-5 penny here. So, let's say cover 1, streak B. Custom stem this guy down. Just want to make sure that this is successful. So we'll do this one more time. Like I said, we did score 1 time. I'll roll out. Give myself a bad throw once again. As he's on him. Like that's the thing. I don't know if Campbell's. If I just don't have anybody fast enough here. Except custom stem the guy one more down. If I put him on a regular post, by the way, as I'm trying to force the post that we have. If I just put him on a regular post, he's gonna get open. You know what I mean? Like the regular post in the audibles is fine. So now he's going to get open easier as I was trying to like force it. But like I said, if you just change it to a regular post, it works fine. You know what I mean? It's a slightly different angle. If you look at it, he arcs at a different angle. You know what I mean? It's like that's all I really need to do. The B is still important. So instead of trying to force that post, let's give the post that works. And like I said, I'm just rolling out to buy time really. And you can see how he's wide open. You know what I mean? So just go regular post. So it is a good cover 1 play, but the current post route that's designed in the play is not very good. So let's just simplify that. And that'll work the same way with cover 0, you know what I mean? Which I think I already showed. So all we have left really that we haven't done with this play is cover 4 regular. So let's do cover 4 drop and put B on a streak. I'm not 100% not sure if I'm being honest. We'll put B on a streak here. I don't know if I need to do anything else. Oh, my bad. I do. I'm stupid. But yeah, we might have success here without doing that. But I forgot there was one more part to it. We almost scored there for real. We kind of did. But if you put B on a streak, put A on a streak, and then put RB on a corner route, it's going to be even better. Once again, putting X on an actual post route makes way more sense too, but I'm not going to get that deep into it because once again, he does work. Like I'm trying to like limit the amount of adjustments you have to make here, but it is better to put him on a real post route, A on a streak, RB on a corner, and I don't even have to do a custom stem with this. As you'll notice now, with the actual post route, the much better version, that this post route is going to get open over the top of that cornerback. Once again, custom stemming is beneficial. As you can see, he was kind of close to that cornerback. So it would be best to custom stem the RB receiver all the way down and then custom stem the X receiver up 1. That's going to make it a little bit better. Although, once again, I didn't even put him on the right post. That's the one I didn't do. So like I said, I'm trying to minimize the amount of adjustments because I realize that that's really what gives people a lot of issues. But putting X on an actual post, custom stemming him up 1, putting B on a streak, putting A on a streak, putting RB on a corner, and then putting RB on a custom stem all the way down. That's going to be the best setup to make this work the best. But like I said, I can tell it's quite a setup. And in practice, it's a lot faster than in game. So like I said, right there, getting right over the top, you can see that, you know, we're getting over there one way or the other pretty much every single time. Well, like I said, I did notice that you don't really have to put the A receiver. You don't have to really have to do the other side. You can just put X on a post, put B on a streak, and custom stem the post up. And this is still a pretty successful play because the safety reacts to that streak, and there is an opportunity, but you can see it's not as good. So like I said, the full setup's way better. But yeah, so that's your cover 4 bombers. We did score, I think, twice, maybe even 3 times on that. So it's still very good. But cover 4 is not the easiest defense to bomb anyway. This does have some success against cover 4 quarters, I think, if I remember correctly. Like I said, I did lab this. By putting X on a streak, putting B on a corner, on a post one more time. And I'm not 100% sure. I think I used to put the X receiver here. I think I used to motion him over and put him on a post. I'm not really sure. Not a post. I'm sorry, a corner. As I'm not sure if I'm on the right guy. Let me get that corner out real quick. I think I had something like this set up. Let me try this real quick. Yeah, the B receiver is just wide open. Yeah, so there was a way to like glitch that out, although I wasn't really 100% sure. So you can put X on a post, B on a streak, RB on a. Like I said, I put him on a post because when you motion him across, I think that was originally how I did it. When you motion him across, he stays on a post, which is basically a corner route. So yeah, this is the look. So here you go. This is going to confuse those safeties to the point where this guy just gets wide open. So there is a cover 4 setup in this play as well, cover 4 match, which is really helpful because you make that motion a lot when it comes to run plays. I make that motion a lot when it comes to run plays. So it's helpful to have that. It also has a cover 3 setup, which I forgot to, but let's go ahead and let's just continue with palms just to see if it works the same way. And we're gonna post them, motion them across. Like I said, if you forget to post them, just put them on a corner. It's the same thing. And like I said, we get that B guy just getting, it's just mixing them up. So any cover 4 match, any cover 4 period, it's gonna have a lot of success against that. Like I said, there is a cover 3 setup, but I don't know. I might have to do Van Buren once again at the spot. Because I like cover 3 plays that do tight ends to play. I ain't gonna lie, like that's I said Van Buren, Van Summeren. Let's go ahead and let's pick cover 3 one more time, though. I'm just going to do Sky. It's going to be, I'm pretty sure, I guess I'll do both. But but all you got to do this time, motion this receiver out, which I got to put the running back on like a block or something to do. And now put everybody on streak except for the A tight end, because now the A tight end is going to pull out there. And it's going to make this guy the one-play touchdown, which, like I said, I like, even though he can't catch. If he had a little bit of a fast tight end, that might be the way. But I like this look, because nobody expects, especially since you're going to be bombing him so much with the other side, but to bomb him on the tight end side, you know what I mean? Like, that's going to blow their damn minds. So this, to me, I love this play. It's a really good play. So we'll back out of that. That's cover 3 regular. Like I said, I think Match does a better job with that, though, because I think we discovered that on a previous play where they matched the tight end just a little bit better. So let's go and let's bring all these guys out. It's going to be, as I messed that up, I don't think this one's going to work as well because it doesn't spread as well, but since I made that mistake, let's go and see what happens. But yeah, no, it didn't matter. Like I said, it's the same thing. So like I said, get a faster tight end that can catch, but you can still get a big play even if you're not going to be gone. But cover 3 match, it didn't really matter. Cover 3 match, cover 3 regular, works the same way. You should have seen that at the very least. And I think that's it. I don't think I have any other defenses that I can do with this. I think it did everything. So that's the last play is going to be the motion dig goes. And this play, honestly, this play's extra. Like, you don't even really need this, but it does have a lot of really good capabilities. So let's pick cover 2 once again. I'm going to coverage. This is a weird one because, like I said, you can motion this guy across the same way. You got to put the running back on something and motion him across. And then put this guy on a streak. And you'll see how the X receiver is going to get open to the outside. He'll pull inside, and then you can get a really good throw to the outside. Like I said, it's just a good cover 2 play for the most part. There's a lot of good like man-beating routes and stuff like that here. As that's a really unique route. That route does have some uniqueness to it. And I think it has some success, if I remember correctly, when I was labbing this against some other coverages. But it's not really, I don't remember if it works against cover 2 man. Usually what works against cover 2 zone works against cover 2 man. I don't think you even really have to motion that guy across, but it's better to do that. So let's go and let's motion this guy. And we'll put him on streak. Like I said, I keep forgetting you got to put the running back on a block of some kind so you can get that motion back. But this here, I honestly find it works best to custom stem this X receiver all the way down. And you can see it still goes to the same angle, but it doesn't run up the field. He just goes straight to the outside. And you have an opportunity, although there you got like a diving pick. So I probably threw too early. Like I said, this play here, it's not the... This play here is kind of extra. The other 2 plays are the plays. Those are the plays that are the one plays against everything. This one here is a little on the extra side. As you can see, he's going to the same place. He just doesn't have that slow release. But if I give myself a little bit more time and try to throw it up, you can see how you have an opportunity there. Once again, a little more speed might be the way. Like I said, this is not the best play out of all these. It's just a good play that I wanted to throw in because it's definitely has its value. But it's definitely not, like I said, it's not. You got that. It's all about having that inside. You have that inside leverage once again on that cornerback, which is why this play works. I actually think, if I remember correctly too, I think I put the B receiver on a post. I don't even know if I even motioned this guy across, because now you have two routes. See, that will pull that safety inside just a little bit, which I think I might have forgotten on the setup. And now you can see he's going to be open. Although that was just another bad throw. He can catch it, you know what I mean? But you get that little bit extra there. So it does have capabilities, but it's not the best. The best plays are the other two that I showed you. Although I forgot to mention, it does have that zig, that inward breaking zig that can beat man. Although I think both these routes, really, the B and the RB route, are value because of their. Although I forgot to put an actual tight end in the game. He's not going to catch shit unless I put Calcaterra back in there. But you got that spin dig there. And they also have that B receiver. It gives you a little bit of a double drags concept where you really have two routes coming over the middle. So if you are going against any man coverage, you do have two man being routes. And I'll make sure to put my actual tight end back in on this play where, Calcaterra there. So you do have a couple of different options. You got a spin dig to the outside on the comeback. You got a spin dig to the inside on the motion dig goes. If you run the motion dig goes against cover one, though, just remember there will be a robber. So let's go and let's pick cover one next to see how it works against that. This is a little different because you got that robber. So we'll do this one time just to show you that the spin dig might be covered in a scenario like this. Just to have a window, but you have a guy waiting there. Cover two or cover zero, you won't. And if I remember correctly, I think I might have had a play. I might have had a cover one play out of this too. I'll put the A on a streak. I think the X receiver beats cover one, but let's go ahead and we're gonna put Goddard, or not Goddard. We're gonna put RB on a streak. Just try to pull that guy. Got a lot of guys over there trying to pull. And the cover one play is just bullet and pass, or not bullet, but pass leading inside. If I remember correctly, I think what I had to do was put X on I had to custom stem him up, and I'm just gonna put RB on a streak just to pull that guy across there. If I remember correctly, this does have, because like you say, he kind of goes inside. I might have been wrong about this one, but I did. Now that I saw that the tight end on a streak, I do think I might have some plays on the other side there though. So let's go and let's mess around with that a little bit as my creativity is going to take over here. So give me a minute. As I think that I could probably do something with the cover three on the other side, based on the fact that I could streak RB, we can motion one of these receivers across and put them on like a corner route or a comeback route. Let's see how this works. Well, I can't do the comeback route. We'll do the comeback route because corner route doesn't work. I'm experimenting a little bit here. But I think that this might have some success. Nah, they're too close together. I mean, I can throw away, but it's not going to work. But I'm sure if I mess with that, I could find something. But that's pretty much the look for all these plays. I'm going to go ahead and end it before I get too creative and start messing around, because I'm sure I'll find more stuff. But I do think, if I remember correctly, there was a cover four set. No, I think I had a cover one setup where I just put Devontae Smith. I mean, I gave you guys plays for everything. So I'm just going to end the video there. It's a very good offense. I love this offense. It's my favorite in Madden right now. It's the number one offense I'm running. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think.